what I see is that about 2/3 of our customers, they're ready to come back now. They're less constrained and less concerned about the circumstance. And then there's a third that are kind of waited it out. So I think the younger generation, particularly the millennials, we've seen a lot of interest in, and I believe that they'll be the first out to the market, and really they're more adventurous. They're more looking to still get into the experiences. And so I think you'll have to take it segment by segment with your demographics.
And in terms of being nimble as a business, you've had to decide to make cuts in certain places, but also at the same time add, frankly, new activities and think about things in a new way. What are some of the ways that you guys at the Atlantis are spinning this story forward?
Yeah, well, I think for us, the first thing that we have done is we haven't really reduced our staff. We've kept our staff. We've invested a lot of time, effort, and energy into our colleagues. And so that's something that's very important to us. So they're working with us and we're working with them. And believe it or not, even with the new protocols in place that we have today, it takes about an additional 300 colleagues just to maintain our new sanitation standards and hygiene standards. So from that standpoint, I think that that's one element that we're really very focused and fixated on. But the key thing for us that we've noticed is that in order to enact and maintain the hygiene standards, it takes a little bit more time. So we're spending more time in our guest rooms. We're obviously spending more time in our public spaces. But for us, to me, the big transition is it's about creating that personalized experience with the guest. It's about informing the guest. It's making them feel comfortable. It's helping them identify what their needs are, particularly those that might have underlying conditions or children.
And granted, you know, folks globally are trying to figure out how this is all going to work in the new normal. But how difficult is it for you managing this business, frankly, and managing all of these employees when you're getting so many different messages from the government? Because down the road in Abu Dhabi, for example, they've just extended their lockdown for yet another week, yet Dubai at the same time is saying we're opening up for business.
I think the key word is that you have to be very adaptable. And so for us, we've really adapted, and you take with and work with the situations that you have. For us, we've worked very closely with the government authorities, with the DTCM, and they've been excellent supporters. And we have a plan with the DTCM where, as a hospitality industry, we're slowly going through the process of unveiling these different restrictions and standards, and we're making sure that we're aligned as a team. And I think that that's really important. The key element of Dubai is that we want it to be safe, and we want everyone to know how safe it is. And I think if you look at our country as a whole, the immense amount of testing that's been done, the immense amount of care, Dubai has always been known as a safe destination, but even in this circumstance, it's extremely safe.
So a safe space created in this hotel as well.
Absolutely.
When you think about the numbers specifically, and this last question before I let
Yes.
you go, over 16 million people visited Dubai as tourists in the last year. When are we going to see those numbers coming back?
I think what we've been following is the Emirates forecast. And so what their forecast is they're seeing by the end of the year about a 50% use of their existing capacity. And then they see a ramp rate that will take them into probably the fourth quarter of next year. So for us, I think it's going to be anywhere between about 12 to 16 months before we'll start to see things. I'm hoping that it will be in Q4 of 2021 once the Expo arrives in Dubai. And I think that will be the point where we'll have a lot better clarity and insight with regards to the market.